Hello, this is Asha Light Eagle Whispers Healing with my ancestors, and I'm going to do a reading for Paula. Paula. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, sweetheart. Oh, sorry, you had trouble with my name, but I think that you did good. Um, yeah, so I'm going to do your session, and let's see how that will be. I had a very I have received a lot of things from the spirit to tell you. So I have written some things down, and then I'm I'm also going to do you a card session. So let's look at what I have typed down, because sometimes when I do session for someone, or before I'm going to, and if I am prepared, if people prepare me, I might have dreams, spirit will come and say that this is what this person needs to know. This have happened to me so many times, and I try to do as they say, or as my spirits say. I have a couple of spirit guides who help me and who push me forward a little bit by giving messages, and sometimes it can be your loved ones too. So yeah, it doesn't just have to be mine or my guides. So, but let's see. The first thing that so I'm going to read some braille, and I'm going to tell you what I am reading. So the first thing that I have write down is that you're reflecting a lot upon life, a lot upon what have happened, and what all that you have learned, and what all that you have sort of gone through in life, and it's like you're trying to find some sort of a peace. It's like finding that peace within yourself have been important, okay? The next thing that I have written down talks about you trying to establish some sort of work, and you're going through some changes when it comes to work, and whatever you're doing is like you're putting all your heart into it, okay? You're putting all your heart into it. I think that you do spiritual work too. And what I have written here is that when it comes to, work, if you do some other type of work and not spiritual, I feel that you are quite, you're very structured in how you want to proceed with everything and so on. You just don't do anything if you haven't planned, whatever the situation might be. You just don't do. You try to plan each and everything, and that is, structure and, routines and things like that. But when it comes to your spirituality, as soon as I pick that up, I feel like there is fears. I'm getting a knot in my stomach, and I don't know if that is fears towards energy, okay? Or if that is fears to, will I be understood? Will it be okay? Am I, you're questioning yourself. It's like being your own critical judge. You're judging yourself. And by sometimes being like that, you stop yourself, You put a wall. And there is some sadness in all that, because what I have received through my guides is that you're very super emotional. You're super emotional, and you're super, you're intelligent, and so on. And when you do work with whatever you do, whatever you put your hands into, you will, you will, do that with a full open heart, because you care for what you do. You don't do it for doing sake, or for the money or so on. Of course, we do for money. I mean, it's wrong if I may say like that, but the money is not always the main. You know, for you to do a good job and put a smile on a person's face, that means a lot. You know, that's more payment than the money itself, even if, you know, that might put bread on your on your page. On your table. Sorry, sweetheart. uh, oh my God. So yeah, I do believe, you know, that you have a beautiful heart there, you know. um I see that you have a partner around. There is someone around you who truly cares for you, but you feel that this person is lazy and also can be fiery, and you wish that this person would help out a little bit more in the household than this person does. And sometimes sometimes you get mad when you have to sort of go and pick stuff after this person. You believe I mean, your thoughts is like, this person is a grown-up, so this person should know how to deal with things and be a little bit more organized. So that sometimes can clash in between the two of you. But you still do it, you know. You can be angry sometimes, you can speak your mind and all that, but still you go and do it, you know. You should you should leave it be and let that person do it, you know. Because if you're going to argue and say, you're not doing that, and so on, sweetheart, nothing will happen, because the person will know that, okay, she's fighting, she's saying this and that, but yeah, she's going to fix it. So I don't have to. Whatever. She can talk, whatever. And you know, that doesn't do you any good. So try to let that, you know, whatever the mess is, even if it's difficult for you, let it be. Trust me, that will be a teaching, that will be a learning, okay? I don't know if you can understand that. Then you want some sort of confirmation. You're looking for confirmation. And confirmation, I have written with the confirmation, I have written spirituality. So you're seeking confirmation in spirituality. Again, you know, am I right? Am I wrong? Do I do a good job with my spirit or not? Am I on the wrong path or right path? And I don't know. It's... as I feel, I went to your page, Facebook page, just to, you know, I asked my friend to take a picture of you and to send me, so that I can tune into your energy a little bit, because I was curious. And what I felt is, you know, that there is uncertainty, and when it means that you're questioning the energies that you meet, and you feel like you I don't know if that means that you feel that you draw negative energy towards you, or if that is by not being complete happy with whatever you try to work with and so on. It's like there is, you know, always wanting a confirmation, and you want to make things all right. And what I also have written is that you have received some sort of, or you not received, but you have how should I say this? I'm just trying to. You have met energies. You have had confrontations with energies, different energies as well. You have experience. And some experience have scared you as well. But at the same time, just because of your curiosity and you wanting to focus on what you're doing and all, is not giving in, you know. And I believe that you have been, what I'm getting at the moment, not only, you know, by what I have written, is that you have been trying to do some sort of shadow work. Is that how I would like to um, how I would like to express myself, I think. And somehow I believe that there is oops, my hair, there is something that you didn't accomplish, you know. There is something that you were not, it's like either, I don't know if that's accomplish or finish, or if you didn't understand how to finish whatever this is. And this have puzzled you in a way. And when you try to tap into energies, you feel like, for an example, let me give an example so that you understand how I mean. If you work with someone and you help them with energy work, for an example, okay, you might help them in a way, but not all the, you know, all through the way. But you will take some of that energy, if not all, sometimes with you home. Can you understand that? So you need to change that. You know, when you walk into a field like this, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you're working with, and you need to know what you're meeting, what is in front of you. And before all, you know, itself, you need to know how to completely ground and shield yourself in all the way. And some people do. No, some people don't. And some people think that they are doing it right and accomplishing, and they don't. And they can sometimes end up being sick, ill. They can end up being depressed, sad, hurt. And when I said that I did pick up energy that is depressed within you, there is, because of all this, there is a depression somehow. But then there is joy when it comes to children. You love children, you love people, you love to be around, you love to learn, and you love to sink into different cultures and learn. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if you have studied a little bit about everything when it comes to, for an example, let's take tarot, or I don't know if I should say tarot, but let's say shamanism, for an example, because I believe that it's something that you're trying to connect with and work and walk that path. And it wouldn't surprise me if you have gone through courses like this. But when I'm talking about this, I get like, how to explain that? When I receive a feeling like that, it's like frustration. It's like I'm questioning, am I doing it right? Am I not? And it's like you're having this in your head, like you will put in your head how you want things or how you think that things should be done. And then you are expecting them to happen just like you have already made up in your head. And you should not do that, you know? You should just go into this in open mind. You need to work with your senses a little bit, you know? You need to work with your senses, and you need to learn to trust your senses and to build that up. Sometimes, you know, a shaman will work as a blind person to be able to wake the other senses. So they will cover their face so that they can smell, hear, taste, and so on, and feel. So you need to do that. You need to practice that, you know. It's something that you need to practice if you want to come further on your journey, because you are uncertain when it comes to your senses. I hope I'm not rambling, but this is what I have, written down for you. This is what came up. And let's see what more I did. So what you receive more talks about that you try to have a structure, you try to balance the economical situation around you. You're trying to help a child. I don't know if you have children or not, but it looks like it. And it's if you have a child, you have a son, I think. So you're trying to help anyway a male, helping someone, and they are on a new path. They are on a new path, on a new start with something. And I don't know if you are going to have grandchild, if someone have told you about pregnancy already, but this is something that is coming on or will happen. And this is joy. This is joy for you. And you're a person that will give as much as you can out of your time, The next thing that I have written down is also that you get sad sometimes when all what you do at your home and people don't see that, when you put so much of effort, that sometimes hurts you because you feel like you put so many hours into something, and when people don't notice it, that sometimes hurts you. You get sad. And you want people to understand your spiritual side. And I believe that your partner is not on that level. Even if, you have a free sort of hand or whatever I should say. Well, if you hear that, that's my dog having water. Sorry if that is interrupting. But what I feel is that your partner or someone in your family, they know that you are into that, but they don't, they are not themselves a believer into what you're up to. They are not a believer. So that is something that sometimes there is a struggle for you. And what I feel with this person that is not a believer, I believe that that's your partner anyways. That this is a person who, as I mentioned, can be a little bit lazy, can be fiery, likes to work a lot, likes to be busy, likes to, be competitive sometimes. Sometimes can be like, oh, well, whatever will be, or I'll fix it tomorrow if there is something. And that can be so irritating for you because you're the opposite. When you want some things to be done, you do them. Not tomorrow, but today, now. And even 5 minutes back, sort of. I hope you get a point. You have stopped convincing. You stopped convincing. You just do whatever, you feel is okay and right for you. And you choose your own path that way. What I also feel is that you are, you have been having, what I've also written down is that there have been issues, difficulties with at work, at your work. And it's going to be a change for you, and that change will be huge, and it will be within a short time. You're going to find yourself in a successful way, but you need to work with your emotions, and you need to work with your anger, because there is sometimes anger, and you want to run away sometimes and just leave all behind, and then you're not. That's just an impulse. That's just a thought for a very short of time. And then I can also see that you are also questioning your feelings. You're questioning your feelings if you should hold on to what all, when it comes to your relation and so on. I don't know if you're questioning the relation of some sort, because what I received with that is the devil, and I received with that is the lovers. So I just did type it down like that, and that for me talks about deceive, and you're questioning if maybe your partner, or if, I don't know if this is towards you, or if this is someone else's relationship, that it can be a daughter's relationship, son's relationship, but you're questioning if that person is true, is if someone is true, or if that person is doing backstabbing, doing things behind back, you know. So I don't know how you can relate to that, but this. If I don't look at as I have written it, so I also look at it that you can be impulsive sometimes. You can have trouble choosing sometimes. And when you have to choose, you don't know what to choose. And you might sometimes end up with two things. Sometimes you will end up with nothing because of you having problem with making the choices. So yeah, let's see. And then the next thing that I have written down for you is that you are thinking about doing a course. It's like going through something new, learning. And this is an invitation that you have received or will receive within short time that has to do with a male. It's like, I don't know if it's a male holding on to this course, and if this is not a male and a female, this is a very masculine female. If this is a female, okay, a very masculine, and this person will challenge you. I mean, this course will challenge you to do a lot of effort, to put a lot of work into it. But this is also a person that is very controlling, so you have to do things how they want, or how he or she wants, you know. It has to be exactly, and you know, you can't do exactly how someone wants. You have to do things your path, your way, because we are on different levels, different stages. So you need to think about that. Okay, so there is, and then there is a jealousy from someone towards you. You have someone who envies you. You love to spend time with family very much, and you want things to sort of change around you. And when you decided to change things around you, you decided to free yourself from whatever you were holding on to. So you decided to free yourself and to, you know, move forward. And then the next thing that I did write down is that you started to say how you feel about things instead of holding things within you and being frustrated. And people got surprised because you started to open up and stopped, you know, holding things. And when you did do that, a lot of things did change for you in a good way, and you got out of some jams, some troubles. You have traveled, because I did write travel, so it means that you have traveled. I don't know if you have traveled spiritually only, or if this is earthly travels as well, but there have been travel, so you have traveled, and you have been, I don't know if you have been asked to work in another state, or like moving from one state to another. And and before I go on with that, what I also got is that when you moved from one country to another, because you changed countries, so you did live somewhere else before, and then you moved from one country to another. It's like moving over waters. So you moved. I don't know if you were a child, or if you were a youth, but when that happened, you were excited, but at the same time sad, leaving, you know, old things behind, and people behind, and so on. So still the memories comes and goes, and the smells of your town, of I don't know, I was about to say granny, so I'm going to go with granny. So smell of a granny, smell of her kitchen, and things like that, you know. And I believe that your granny, okay, your granny was quite spiritual, and I think that you have your spirituality after her. And she tried to teach you, you know, her little knowledge. She didn't want to teach you everything. She was a little bit scared because she knows that for some things in the spirituality you need to have respect, and she knew that you were quite curious about things, and she wanted you to learn within the right time. Ollie, what's going on? Come here. Come. It's my dog. He's like staring at me like, whoa, what are you doing, mama? Oh, sit. Okay. So let's see if I can show him. I don't know if he can be shown. I don't know. I don't know if you can see him. So I just wanted to show him because he just was staring at me. Crazy dog. So yeah. So I think that as I mentioned, your granny taught you a lot. She taught you what you needed to know, and then she wanted you to explore and walk your own path too. And spirituality is in your family, is strong. There are roots that are strong somehow. But some things are also, I think, hidden somehow. Okay. So the next thing that I have written down is that when you have to do paperwork, you don't like that. That is, you know, horrible, and you wish that you didn't have to, but yet you know, if you have to be put, you know, doing so, you do. And there is dreams that is important for you, and through your dreams there have been a male, I don't know if you can understand that, but there have been a male wanting to communicate sometimes. And I think that this is a family member. It can be a fatherly figure, it can be a grandpa or great grandpa, but it's like someone, it's like your ancestry is coming through for you in dreams. So try to communicate through the dreams. Try to remember your dreams and learn how to interpret them. And this is what I see in this is what I have received from the spirit. And now let's see if I can I'm going to I have pulled some cards for you according to your spirituality. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you the cards that I did pull. So let's see if I can do that correct. So let's see. So the first card that I did pull for you talks about acceptance, okay? You need to start accepting things around you. You need to accept how life is turning out to be when it comes to the energy and your spirituality. And now this is only about spirituality, nothing more. The next thing that I did pick with this, because this is all shamanic inspired, is adulthood, okay? And for me, this talks about that you're stepping into a new cycle and you are getting mature and you're going to grow. And it's time for you to work with, fire energy a little bit. It's time for you to, it's time for you to, shed skin is what I'm looking for. The word shed skin. I hope you can understand all that. The next thing that you're receiving is the staff. And for me, the staff is talking about that it's time for you to find your path. It's time for you to walk and find your way. But you need to give it some time, you need to have patience. The next card, imagination. You need to work with your imagination. You need to work to meditate, and you need to free your mind. You need to learn how to relax, to be able to meditate, to be able to, to see. This is puberty is the next, but I read this card as I am talking about you communicating with spirit. You need to learn how to clear your mind and how to relax. And when you can do that, you can communicate with your guides, okay? So I read this a little bit differently than the cards say. And then you receive the cave of intelligence is the next. And this one for me talks about that you need to go deep within without being scared, Maybe start off a journey placing yourself in a cave. And if you can be in a cave by doing a meditation, do that. But if you don't have that close to you, try to imagine yourself in a cave, because you need to work with the things that might scare you, the shadow things and so on. And then you receive the shapeshifter, and you need to learn how to shapeshift. And that can be to your animal, power animal. That can be energy as well, learning to feel the energy, learning to see what you're working with. You need to understand what is the energy, what is the feel of it, because people do things, but they don't see what they work with. I mean, I know how the feeling is holding on to holding a soul in between your hands. I have done that, but not a lot of people have that experience. And then you receive spirit, which for me talks about that you have spirit around you. You're open, and you have your guides very close to you. And sometimes you can feel them very, very strongly as well. And then the next card that I did pick up is drum, which is very interesting, because for me this talks about you need to do some drum journeying, and you need to do the drum journey with someone who knows how to take you through a journey, and do all those things that I have mentioned before, because then it will be a good inspiration for you. The next card is rebel. It's time to break yourself out, and it's time to summon your power, summon yourself together. Let's see what the next card is. And the next card that I picked is Seer. And that is, you know, connecting, opening a door, seeing, I don't know how to explain that in the best way, but it's like sometimes if you stand and look above, you know, the trees, and the sun is either rising up or rising down, you might see the split in, you know, the splitting in between, and that is the splitting in between the two worlds. I don't know if you can understand what I mean. And it's like reaching out there, you know. You need to find how to work, how to find yourself there in that. And the last card that I did pick for you here is as much as, let's see. It's exactly what I said, dreaming. See? So write down your dreams. Listen to your dreams that you have. So now let me get my cards that have been on the table here, and let me just do this session and see what your cards might say. What is coming through, or and have come through a lot for you, Paula, is that there is a spirit saying that you need to summon your roots, you know, you need to learn to understand your roots and what is in your ancestry, because that will be easier for you to build up your spirituality, because there is so much for you to bring from there. And I don't know, you know, from where you are, etc., etc. But this is what they have said. I'm just shuffling your cards, and I'm going to do a reading session for you. And let's see what will happen in your life. I just am reshuffling cards because I did do a session for another person before as well. So I didn't reshuffle the cards. They were just laying here near my, underneath my phone, and I forgot that they were there as well. Am I good? Yeah, sometimes I put things and I don't know where. And so, you know, the day I lose my memory is when I'm in trouble. So let me remove this shamanic cards, and we are going to look at your cards. I'm going to put the shamanic cards away. And I love these shamanic cards because they are very, very nice, and they're usually correct. And I did also, just for fun, I did pick up few cards from Silla Conway's tarot for you, and I'm going to read them for you too. Okay, I'm going to read them for you too, and let's see if you can understand them. But I did shuffle them before, and did pick And let's see if you can understand. Okay. There is a card that is coming in my mind, and I'm just trying to find it because I know that it has importance for you. I love Cilla Conway's tarot because they are it's a deck that is very spiritual and has so much to when you want to tap into especially spirituality. That's this is one of my favorite decks to use and to work with. Actually, I love this because for me it means this means a lot. Okay, now it was of course at the end just because I was searching for it. So let's look at the Cilla Conway's. Oops, where did it go? Before I do your reading with that card, okay, this is what fell out. So let's see. So the first thing that is coming up is this. And for me, this, let me reduce, or is it? Yeah. This for me talks about that it's time for you to step into something new. And this is only about spirituality now. It's something for you to step into. It's time for you to cleanse and step into a new energy. Okay. The next thing that you're receiving is this. And it's time for you to meditate, find yourself in again, cage or not cage. What do I say? Inside of, wow, my mind is just blank at the moment. You need to find yourself in a cave, and you need to learn how to let me remove this because I am going to put this out for you too, but very soon. But you need to, it's like get reborn in a way. And when you're going to get reborn, you're going to step into a new energy, and you need to face your shadow things, and you need to learn to trust your guides. You need to learn how to work with them, how to understand. And there is a new guide coming in for you who is going to help you to communicate, who is going to help you to let go and cut cords to whatever you don't need. You're going to receive choices. Choices is coming your way there. And you're going to learn to, communicate a little bit more with the plants, with Mother Earth, and get into that energy. And then that transformation will be huge for you. And you're going to feel that you're one with Mother Earth. You're going to feel the joy in it. And you're going to be happy that you have let go of whatever, that you didn't want in life. And you're going to try to focus on your own energy, how to work it and how to make the best out of it. And you're going to step into your feelings and work them out as well. And removing a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety that you have been holding on to, especially things that happened when you were a child. I think that you got disconnected from family members who were important for you, and that was, hurtful for you. And what I also get with this is that you can receive, you can see above, but you need to learn how to. You need to learn to trust, you know. You need to learn to trust. There is messages coming for you. You're going to receive messages or signs. So work with that. So work with that message. Give it time. Don't rush yourself, you know. Don't rush yourself in any way. Don't be afraid to choose when you have to choose. And don't be afraid to move forward when you need to move forward, you know, because you need to balance things around you, and you need to be just, and you need to have that temperance as well. When it comes to your spirituality, and by, you know, cutting cords to some things ain't easy, and it can be a little bit difficult, and I don't know if you have already tried it, but do that again, because you're going to succeed. You're going to see how the change is going to happen in front of you, and you're going to feel like, finally I'm receiving what I wish. There is justice coming my way, and you're going to be open for something completely new, and you're going to be joyful in the new opening, and stepping into something new will just do you, you know, good. Work with your chakras, and work with your crown chakra especially, and everything that is above the stomach chakra, everything that is above the stomach chakra, you need to work with them to be able to, you know, work with, to be able to maintain the power and the energy flow. And when you do that, you're going to work on this beautiful path. And this is what I did pick up for you. So I hope that you can understand the Scylla Conway's cards. Now, let's see if I will be able to do that reading from these cards that I did shuffle for you. So let's just start. The first thing that is coming up is that you need to give yourself time, and you need to start taking care of yourself. There is a person around you who is having trouble, healthy, with either health, healthy trouble, but he can make it change if he truly tries to and do that. This is a person that needs to step into a new cycle, and it's time for a change, and this person is comfortable and having trouble with the change. There is another person that has some sort of envy towards the family. Listen to your dreams, and this person is going to talk to you about having trouble with economical situation, and that they might needing help, pregnancy, or growth. So it means that you're going to grow, you're going to feel like you're growing, you're going to feel like you are making your dreams come true. And there is some papers, contract that is going to be signed, which will bring you a lot of balance. You yourself are going to move forward in everything, and it's going to bring you a lot of positivity, but it's going to take you some time before things are going to happen. A gift is coming your way around your work, so you are going to be happy. Trust yourself in your work. Don't put yourself in complications, because you do that. And don't take too much upon your shoulders, you know. Careful when it comes to people who backstab you. Step into whatever you want, but see to, you know, how you do. So how you step into that path, so it will, so it won't, you know, so you feel that you're on the right path, because maybe you're making a choice in a path and where you should put your money in. Somehow I'm getting a feeling that you are having your own company or your own business or something, and it maybe have been growing up very slowly, but it's going to grow a little bit more. But there is a lot of work that needs to be done and put, and it's going to be difficult and emotional, depressing, but you need to, there are going to be some change, some things that you need to change, okay? And work with your feelings, work with your choices, and be just in the situation, okay? There is festivity coming on. There is a festivity coming on, and someone will need your advice. But you're also going to think about what is the right choice to make that has to do with some sort of festivity that is going to be, okay? You yourself is going to, say how you feel and think about things. You would have liked to travel and you're worried about someone who is outside of a country. It's like being somewhere else. And you're wondering how all this is changing, what sort of changes are happening. And you're trying to build up the relation, which ain't easy, but you're trying to stay organized, and or to be organized is important for you. And then you receive the high priestess, which talks about that you need to listen to your choices, you need to listen to your inner voice, your intuition. You need to establish things around your family, and there is a lot of strength within you, there is a lot of joy and happiness there, and a success, and messages coming on, or new opportunities, new starts. Problems will be resolved, and you're going to be meeting people who you haven't seen for either a long time or for some time. There are going to be frustrations sometimes, but I think that if you keep yourself calm, you're going to be able to balance all that. But you need to be grounded, very, very grounded. There is a young child around you who needs a lot of attention. And I am talking about a child that can be between, let's say, me and age. That's so difficult to say, but let's see, between 2 and maybe 5 or 8. I'm not sure of the age, but a child, that needs a lot of attention, and this child is going through difficulties, and it's like this child is a handful sometime for the family itself, a handful, and that is difficult because this child needs boundaries, needs routines, and needs peace. So sometimes things get frustrated and sad because of how things are, and you're trying to put a lot of work and a lot of effort to helping out. And I don't know if you want someone to be closer to you or to move closer. But if I should just see this towards you, then it means that you're going to move into a new path. Messages is going to there is going to be messages coming on. You're going to work with emotions so that you don't get tempted, don't take wrong decisions, because you are going to step into a new path, step into something new. I'm going to read 3 cards, because if I'm going to read card one by one, that will be just difficult. Careful so that you don't lose important things. It can be papers or money and so on, and this might be stressful for you if that happens. Give yourself some time. Don't let religious things take over, and you're going to receive some invitation to do some spiritual journey or work, and that will happen within a very short time, and it will just do you so much of good. You're going to grow on that journey. You're going to grow. It's going to do you good. But as I mentioned, you have to cut cords with whatever was, and have a new start in something, and that new start will move in a better direction than what it did in the past. So stop stressing about things. See to with who you work with, so you don't have to find yourself in arguments, in trouble sometimes. There is a festivity coming on, but I'm not sure if you're going to attend. You're going to work a little bit more to balance things within yourself, and to go through some sort of transformation as you receive the death there. So yeah, this is your reading. This is what is coming up, and I hope that you can understand your reading. I hope that it gave you a little bit more answer to words your questions. And I hope that I hope that you can understand it. That's all I can say. So let me know if you could understand what the guides told, and let me also know if you could understand the rest of it as well. Okay, so blessings and thank you.